Here we go. We are live now.
Okay.
Feel free to make me co-host. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay. Morning, Stephen. Morning, everyone. Your name says it's Stephen Shore's iPad. That's probably not yours. Not your name. You're on mute. Can you unmute?
Okay, that was a friend of mine who installed the whole thing, and now I'm Steven Schauder. I'm not. I'm Marusha Alvarez.
Do you know how to change your name?
No, it was just a friend of mine who installed that. But my name is Marusha Alvarez, and I always appear here like a Steven Schauder, and I don't know how to kill him.
How do you spell Marusha? M-A-R?
M-A-R-U-S-H-A?
U-S-C-A?
H-A.
H-A. Like that.
M-A-R-U-S-H-A.
I didn't do it right. M-A-R-U-S-A-U-S-H-A?
Correct.
So is it right now?
I don't see it. I don't see what
you don't see it? Okay, all right. I changed it so I can call you by the right name. But it'll go after this class. It'll go back to the other one. Yeah, you can change it on your end, but
I have been trying for 3 years to kill him electronically from. I haven't been able to. So
that's funny. That's funny. Where do you live?
I live in Miami now. I used to live in Cambridge, Massachusetts for 20-something years.
Oh my.
I came down here to take care of my parents. So here I am. My dad already passed away. I'm still with my mom.
Yes. Do you like it in Florida?
No.
You don't? You like it better in Massachusetts?
Absolutely.
Okay. In Miami's a unique place for sure.
Too unique.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's unique. It's not like all of Florida.
No,
it's kind of like saying New York City is the same as all of New York, which it's not, right?
It's not.
No.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. I'm in Tampa, so I'm in a different part of Florida.
But that's
a lot different.
Okay, that's another part of the world.
Yeah.
Different from Miami completely. So you are from Tampa? Are you in Tampa?
Yeah, I'm in Tampa now, yeah. I've been here about 30 years. Yeah, I like it here. I wouldn't.
Tampa. I've been in Tampa. I love it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Miami's a lot different.
Yeah, but I had to stay here, and I'm thinking about once I can make a big move, I'm thinking about going to live in Europe. So I want to try to see how to reinvent myself here.
Yeah,
I was
right.
teacher, but I'm creative. I do drawings and things and designs and stuff for materials, for textiles.
Yeah, good. Sue and Hannah, how are you guys?
Doing well, thank you. And you?
Good. Happy Tuesday.
You too?
Thanks. Sue, you out there? You're on mute if you are. There you go. There she is. Oh, you're still on mute, but I can see you now.
Oh.
There you go.
Forgive me. I stayed up till midnight for one of those classes.
Oh, you did? You were get set up binge watching?
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, Marusha, Sue moved down from the Northeast also. She's in another part of Florida. Marusha's down in Miami from Boston.
Yes, I went to Boca from New York, and it was a nightmare. We have to go back to New York or move somewhere else. I can't do this. Every day I felt like I was on vacation. It's like a never-ending vacation. It's like torture.
So you were looking for coming back to work again?
Yeah, but Central Florida is totally different than South Florida.
Yeah.
And even my young son, whom we took with us, he was in middle school at that time. And now he's in Central Florida, and he goes to Miami for a wedding. I'm like, I thought you were going to live there and we were going to be up here. He was like, no, I hate South Florida.
Marusha's in that camp. Yes.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, but Sue will tell you Central Florida is not bad. It's nice.
It's a lot nicer. You should check it out,
Good. All right. Well, let's get started here. This is a fun class on creating a simple business plan. And you guys can see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Okay. All right. So we're going to go through kind of helping you create a simple business plan. We'll kind of do it together, but I'll show you how and then have you do it and we'll talk about it. As I said, I'm in Tampa. Been here about 30 years, lived all over the place, but love being in where it's sunny and there's water and warm. I love lifelong learning and helping people learn. So I think learning should be fun and try to make it fun along the way. Obviously, you can get recordings of this by emailing help@getsetup. I think Max may have put that in the chat for you already, so you can see that, but that's there. That's always available. Yep. And then, so for today, we're going to talk about the importance of a good plan, the benefits of one-page business plan, key components of it, and then you'll create your own, start working on your own business plan in the class here, and we'll talk about that. Before we jump into it, though, what would be kind of your business idea that you could run through this? I know, and having some classes with Sue, she's got an idea of doing something in her area, but I'll let you guys all share something, your idea. So I want you to kind of apply this idea, whatever your idea is, into this class this time. Marusha, do you have any ideas? So you were talking about you're creative, and so are you thinking of some kind of a little business you could do, reinventing yourself and using that?
In fact, I tried once and I failed. I like doing designs for children. I love drawings and illustrations. And I have written a few children books that I have shown to just 3 children, the ones in my family. And I like drawing fun t-shirts and fun textiles for children, things that could be fun and designs that could be a little bit off the normal road that people buy on the stores. Okay. I once got into that. I lost lots of money. Everyone was asking the money. Nobody did what I wanted, and I wasn't smart enough to pull it out. I was a teacher at that time, working full-time and part-time. So I couldn't figure it out. Even when I'm so perseverant, I couldn't persevere at the 3 things at the same time. I didn't get a good crew to work with me, and I lost lots of money. So now I want to go more humble. I want to go just with a set of t-shirts for children and moms to be. I think my designs are fine. Whenever people see them, they love them. I have sold some of those designs on a restaurant in Cambridge that used to put my things there, and the customers used to come and sell, and I sold everything very fast. So it means that people like them, but I'm haven't pulled it out yet how to do it without people cheating on me and taking my money, and I'm being able, because I'm a softie, so I just know and I know how to make it. I don't know how to claim for it. If I say pay me and do this, and that's my problem. So
all right,
I need some advices here.
Yeah. When I was in college, I had a t-shirt business, and I hired an artist to design my shirts for me, and then I paid the printer to do the shirts, but then I sold them, and it helped paid for a lot of college for me. So I understand how to do that in some ways for you. And there's ways now you could do this without any overhead, really, especially online, being able to sell things. But then it gets, how do you get this in front of people so they can see it? Because it sounds like if people see it, they like it and they buy it.
They love it. And to me, it was a surprise. I used to give my stuff to friends and people who I love for Christmas, for Passovers, for things that were, things that I used to give them just as a, but the funny thing is that I just don't know how to sell. I'm not a seller. I'm afraid of asking for money, and that's not good if you want to make a business.
Right. People take stuff for free, right? You got to make sure
Absolutely.
They pay you. Right.
Now I'm retired. I'm taking care of my mother, and I really want to put something together that I can work here in my house and sell them.
Right. Are you familiar with the on-demand printers that are out there, even for textile?
No.
They'll. You don't have to buy a lot of inventory. You can just have your designs out there. People can order them online, and then they just get shipped out to them. You don't even have to take. You don't
really?
Have to, yeah.
How is it called?
Well, there's different ones. There's different ones. So, all right. So let's have you work on a. You want to focus on the shirt part of it? That's the most tangible thing, right?
Yeah, a shirt and things, that pieces of clothes that is fast, is cute, cheap, and fast.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my lovely dog that needs the lobotomy.
All right, Sue, you there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you going to be able to do your farm? Can we do that today?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'd like that.
Okay. All right. Do you have a name for it?
Yeah. Point of Grace.
Oh, good. I love it. All right. So this is Point of Grace. Are you calling it a farm? Or what are you calling it? Do you call it a farm or do you call it something else?
That's the thing I wasn't really too clear on.
What to call it? Okay.
Well, because one part of the idea is like I don't just want to do it like a business thing. It's gonna be more like my whole idea was that because we have a lot of kids these days who, from my own side, I see stuck on the television and all the stimulations that are not putting them outdoors. And so I feel that we are losing a big part of ourselves, which is being able to be self-sufficient. And so I remember when I was younger that, that was part of my summer, going onto a farm and learning how, they do different things.
Yeah.
How, how to plant, how to feed the animals and things like that as part of my, summer vacation.
Right.
I had enjoyed that. And I think, that's something that whether things are moving in a different direction that we should know. So who knows?
Yeah.
One point
Yes.
online.
Okay. So so it could be initially you talk about for these kids, but it could also be kind of a retreat center also for adults, right?
Yeah. So that's why I didn't want to give it a name that just fit in one category.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just go. I love Point of Grace. I think that's a great name. So all right, I'm clear on what that is, and we'll refer to it as that. So that's good. I'm your biggest fan, so I'm cheering you on here. I'm encouraging you. You've got people pushing back on you. I'm pushing forward for you. So
thank you.
Sure. All right. Hannah, how about you?
You know what my problem is. But my background is nursing. I love children. I took care of children as a school nurse. And then I also write. As you know, I did that one book, and I write personal poetry and all that kind of stuff. I even compose music sometimes, but I want to be able to at least get some money, something out there.
Right.
I mean, time's going. I'm an old lady now. I need to, at least put things together so it's effective.
Right.
So I'm thinking this will help me in some way, combining my background in my lifestyle with the knowledge that I have, and
right. So is your book is still in print? Are you still able to sell that?
Yeah. I unfortunately, not knowing the business when I went into it, just enthusiasm was all I had. I hooked up with one of those what they call it, vanity press people. The ones who just take all of your money.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. Eventually, at some point, somebody would tell me how to get out from underneath them. But that's what happened. They still have it. They make all the money. I got a check the other day for $5, a royalty check for $5.
Wow.
So I know people are still liking it. From the feedback that I get.
Yeah.
But to be able to market it. And perhaps move it from wherever it is, that's my main thing. So I want to be able to at least get some pay for whatever.
Yeah, right.
My skill is.
So right now, I mean, do you have a number of copies you can sell yourself and keep more of that money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do have some. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could sell those and make some money, which is good.
Right.
Not give it all to the other company, which has
exactly.
Okay. All right. So you want to focus on that a little bit, just kind of maybe the book, and have any thoughts of writing any more books?
Oh yeah, it's always come to my head. But I'm so scared though. I want to be sure that I hook up with the right kind of people.
Yes, right. Yeah, you want to keep control of it, right? You want to. Yeah. Exactly. Good. Okay. All right. Phyllis joined us. Hey, Phyllis. Phyllis, you're on mute.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
All right.
Good. We're talking about creating a simple business plan. What would be a business idea that you would have that you'd create a plan for?
T-shirts and tote bags.
T-shirts and what?
Tote bags.
Tote bags. Okay. All right. Good. We got another t-shirt person. So Marusha designs t-shirts and has some t-shirts that she makes for kids and expecting moms and things like that. So good. All right. And Hannah's in the children's world too, of kind of having products for children as an author and a writer in that sense. Okay. And Sue's taking care of children as they mature and grow and do life skills and summer experiences. So you guys are all similar in that. So that's good. All right. Very good. Let's jump in here. This first slide, I point out how often people have ideas, but I often say the world's not short on ideas, it's short on action. And the reason that things often don't go from idea to action is they lack a plan in the middle. And so you can't say, I'm going to go from Tampa to San Francisco. That's my idea. And there's no way I'm going to get there if I don't ever plan to leave my house or figure out if I'm going to drive or fly or buy a ticket or put gas in the car, right? I've got to have a plan to get there. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. It'd be nice if we get us thinking and it happened, but that's not how life works, right? So the plan part is where many people fail because they just try to wing it. And without the plan, the action never happens, or it becomes somebody else's action. Somebody else hijacks the plan and does things their way. Like, several of you shared stories of people taking advantage of you or doing things that was their plan and not your plan. So the plan's important. And we all learn from experience, and so we know what not to do now. And so we want to have a plan that's going to help serve you and help you be successful in what you're doing. So traditionally, business plans were these long, multiple page, very elaborate documents that people would create. And quite honestly, many of them never got finished. And since they never got finished, the plan died and the idea died with it. But more and more people have less attention spans, not only on the creative side, but also on the reading side. So it's not that important to have this long, multiple page, every detail thought out plan. You can make a lot of progress with just a short one-page business plan. There's several models or templates out there for doing this. I'm going to share with you one that I have, and we'll actually work on a little bit here together with your specific business ideas so that you get a taste of how to do this. It's very encouraging and freeing because it's not overwhelming that you have to, do a 30-page business plan to get off the ground here, right? What the plan does, though, is it helps accomplish some things. One, it forces you to be clear on some things. It helps you to articulate. Just like when I asked you what your business idea was, you had to put it into words to tell us so that we could understand it. And the more you do that and the clearer that gets, that builds confidence for you as you go out and do it, and then also as you share with other people, ultimately leading in results. See, the plan helps us build this confidence through the clarity of doing it. I call it the power of paper. Sometimes when you put something down on paper, Hannah, you know this as a writer, right? When you put it down on paper, it gets more real. It's like, okay, I understand that. I can communicate that. I can share that with somebody else. But when it just floats around in our head, sometimes we sometimes aren't real clear. And without clarity, it adds to confusion rather than confidence. And then we don't do anything. So that's kind of what the goal of being able to do this. So if you look at every successful business out there, it has three basic parts. It has a specific problem it's trying to solve, right? So like Marusha, you've got kids and parents of kids. So really, your customers probably parents because they usually buy it, right? Not the kids, but and Hannah as well. Your customer would be the parent who wants something unique. In Marusha, your case, it's unique clothing, cute clothing that's different, that's not like everybody else. Hannah, your customer has a need for good books and good reading and good things to share with their kids. Sue knows that these kids have they're stuck in this technology age and they need to get out and learn some experiential things that really help them develop and be more well-rounded as a person. And so your solution then is really where you provide the solution to the customer, and that's why they pay you. If the customer doesn't see it as a solution, they're not going to pay you for it, right? You think about the things in our own life that we pay for. We pay for food because we know we need to eat food. And so what grocery store do you go to? You go to the one that solves the problem best for you. It's the one that's closest. It's the one that you like. It's the one that's maybe the cleanest or the best service. And you're willing to pay for it because it solves a problem for you. I even use Instacart, who delivers groceries to me. Like, why would I pay them to do it? Because I don't really want to go to the grocery store. And it saves me a lot of time. And I can have it delivered to my front door and just put it inside my house. It's very convenient. But I pay them for that because it solves a problem. It keeps me safe and it saves me time. So that's an example of that. All right. Is that everybody want that? No, not everybody does. And not everybody's your customer. But people have different problems, and as you help solve those problems, then people pay you for that service. So for Sue, she's going to find parents who are maybe exasperated with their kids because all they want to do is play on their computers all day long and look at their screens, and they need something to do in the summer because school's out, and they don't want to just let them sit at home on their computer screens all day. So give them an opportunity to learn something and get out of the house and have an experience that will help them grow and expand their world a little bit. So that's what all of these very common about every successful business. So the result is then the customer values what the business does for them and they pay them for it. This helps you focus a little bit. So often people focus on the mechanism part of this, right? So I left out the mechanism part. The mechanism part in Marusha's case is the product itself, right? So often we focus on the product itself and not the customer or the solution that it's providing. So when you provide unique t-shirts for these kids, for these parents want their kids to be unique and stand out and have the cutest t-shirts, and so they buy it. They're like, okay, this is something unique. Not everybody's going to get this. You can't get this on Amazon.com, and you can't get this at Walmart, and you can't get this at Macy's, or whatever kid store there is. So I'm going to get something unique for my kid. And same with Hannah, with your books, and with Sue. So the focus, though, too often businesses focus on the mechanism and they forget the customer and the solution and the problem. So it's a different mindset. But if we make things that we like that nobody else wants, then we're not solving a problem. We're solving our own problem. We're not solving other people's problems. That's the danger of that. All right, so there's lots of different templates out there, and I want to share this one with you. Let me put this in chat. This will let you, and I will send it to you also. But this is a link. Let's see if I got it all. Yeah. Okay. So in the chat, I gave you a link there. You can download a PDF. And it's got this form, and it has a nonprofit one as well. Is anybody doing a nonprofit? Is everybody doing for-profit? Do you know? I would think all for-profit. Sue, maybe, I don't know. Are you considering nonprofit for yours?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, you're still looking. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I'm giving you a template that has both in it. All right. So here's kind of what I want you to do. And so you're going to, even if you don't print those things out right now, you could take a piece of paper and kind of draw these boxes or just list these things out or type on the computer how you want to do it to begin with. So on the problem box, let me walk you through this, and I'll give you guys a few minutes to do your own application of your own companies, your own business. So the problem, like, what are the 1 to 3 frustrating problems your audience faces? What problems are they already paying to solve? Like, what do they already do? What are they already spending money on? Problem. So know what the problem is. Next box, who's your target customer or your audience? Who is your ideal customer? What's their age? Where do they live? What do they do? What do they care about? Knowing who they are helps you know how to meet their need and how to solve their problem. Solution. What does the perfect solution to your audience's problem look like? How will you solve their problem? All right. So this is when you answer that. Your unfair advantage. What unfair advantage do you have over your competitors? Like, what is it? What's your secret? What is your thing that makes you special? Why would they choose you over somebody else? What makes your solution different and valuable? Okay? It could be your experience. It could be how you do something. It could be the value of it. It could be a lot of things. Promotion and connection. How will you connect with your audience? Where will you connect with them? So Some of this might be online, some of it may be in a store, some of it may be in person, some of it just it may all be virtual. Competition. Who are your biggest competitors? Is the market growing or shrinking? Are you doing something that is growing in interest or decreasing in interest? Right? Okay. Funding resources are this whole row here. You're not going to know a lot of this maybe right now, but start giving thought to it. What costs are required to start? And what are the ongoing costs? So there's a cost to get started, and then there's a cost to keep going once you get started. And knowing what that is helps you in your funding projections. Obviously, I'm big on helping encourage people to have very low overhead. In other words, do things that don't put you out there too far, right? Don't extend too much. And there's so many ways to do things inexpensively or very affordably up front, and I can help you with that. Financial projections, project the revenue and profit or loss for your first year, and then at what point do you expect to make a profit? So obviously this is some forecasting and guessing, but if you had some sales, how long would it take your sales to reach a point where it would pay for all your ongoing costs and your startup costs? Okay. And then your elevator pitch. As you do all of that, you're trying to get clear on what it is you're doing, so you could tell somebody real quickly in one powerful, clear sentence, who's your audience, what's the problem they have, what's your solution, and your unfair advantage. I have a whole class on how to do pitches, but this sometimes can just fall out of this process of going through answering these questions here, these eight questions here. All right, so any questions on this? So what I want you to do is take a piece of paper or your computer, whatever you want, and try to answer these 8 questions the best you can right now, and give you a few minutes to do that, and then we'll share them with each other and give you some guidance. So I don't expect it to be perfect. It's just to get you started and get you thinking, see where you have clarity and where you need to get more clarity as we go along. Everybody clear on this? All right, we'll give you, let's take about maybe 8 or 10 minutes to do this, and then we will have something ready to share with us when we come back. If you have any questions, just ask. You can ask, I'll be here. Coming along okay? Is anybody done? Give you a couple more minutes. I know the finance ones are hard to do right now. All right. Who wants to go first? All right. Does that mute? Unmute. All right, Marusha, you go first.
Well, I go first because I don't have many answers. So, first of all, let me start by saying that I'm not exactly what a consumist person is. I'm very frugal. I buy exactly what I like is one thing, but after that I need it. And the other thing, I can afford it. So it's not like I'm going to store and I'm gonna get this and this and this and then raise my daughter like that. Neither. This is a field that tends to have gazillion things there. You go to any closet here in the United States and people have tons of clothes that still with the ticket and the tag and they haven't even used it. So it's one more person designing for the millions of people out there that they will see one thing, one more thing that is one more cute thing,
Yep.
and at the same time with a price that I'm not Gucci. So I need to, you know, I'm not trying to impose anything new. I'm not a breakthrough person here. It's just cute designs for the small places that I hope they work out. So one of the things is that I'm just hoping for something that will have good quality, nice design, simple, with a drawing that goes away from what Disney's offer. So with colors that are solid, with things that are simple, and they have some level of aesthetic that is appealing to a certain part of the population.
Right.
So moms and dad that like that chair and said, okay, this is cute. I'm gonna get it for kid and it's gonna last and it's neat.
So the problem that they have, right, that they want, something they're looking for is they want unique quality children's clothes.
Yeah, but you know how many are of those out there?
But nobody makes what you make, right? You're the only one that makes what you make.
Yeah, but it's
they can't get your product anywhere else. So yours is unique. Yours is special. You have a unique way of doing it that is not like anybody else, right? You're not copying anybody else. You have your own designs, right?
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm not very confident with those things because sometimes I go to places and I see things that really slap me in the face, and I think, gee, this guy is a genius. What I do is just something tiny cute. That's it. So I don't know if there's a real solution for anybody with my product. Just it's one more thing in the market that are going to be people. I know that if I see it, I buy it, I will buy it. And I'm telling you, I'm not exactly a consumist person. I'm very frugal. I keep my feet on the ground.
But so you're not really the target market, though. Your audience is different than you. You want the person who is more impulsive, who has extra money to just blow on their kids' clothes.
I hate that. I hate exploding that, but yes.
That's who buys your clothes. Right?
Well,
so you have to, the danger is we try to expect our customers to think like we do, and they don't. Our customers are different than us many times. And so the better we can identify with who they are and what their needs are and how they operate and how they live, the more likely we are going to get in front of them and they're going to buy our products or services. So again, the problem is there's too much of the same junk out there for kids' clothes. It's all the same. And parents want stuff that's unique for their kids, that stands out. You offer that. Your solution is you offer quality, unique clothing for kids. Okay, that's your solution. All right. Your target customer is not Marusha's. It's people who have more money that
It sounds like a little bit too much, but it's truly not. I mean,
what's too much?
It sounds like a very ambitious thing with a certain, no, I don't know. I find that I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. It's a very contradictory thing because I hate that people go out and spend more money than they have in their pocket to just to keep the stuff there, and at the same time, I want to make my own money.
I was going to say, do you want to give this all away, or do you want to make some money?
Yeah, you're right.
You're not making people buy this. You're finding the people who want to buy it to buy it. They see value in it, so they're buying it, and they can afford it. So you're not hurting anybody. You're helping them. They want unique quality clothing, and you offer it to them.
Okay. So the other thing is, what is my biggest concern? That everyone makes t-shirts. Everyone, you go to every place, and everyone has t-shirts everywhere.
But yours are different.
Okay, that's what you say. Mine are cute, I would say, but I don't know that much. How to start? I don't want to spend too much. I don't have enough now. I don't have that much money to spend now. I'm not working. I'm tired. And the money I have, I want to keep it. So I would say that I go to start. Maybe I'm saying a stupid thing now, but I go to start with $300 trying to print thing. I know where to sell them and see what is the reaction in an opening space.
Right. Marusha, I teach all of these business classes here on the screen, and I'll send this to you. Keep taking my classes. I will help you find a way to do this that doesn't cost you a lot of money.
Oh, let me take a picture of this.
I'll send it to you too.
Okay.
All right.
That's great.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, good. Hannah, you ready to share yours? I'll let you get that picture first. All right. Hannah, you're on mute. Let's unmute you there. Okay. Walk us through your plan here.
Okay. Problem. The need for good, engaging books for children of different age groups.
Good.
Inexpensive, good reading.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Right.
Customer would be the parents, children, educators.
Okay.
Solution, the product would be to write the book, make it available, make it so that they can find it and afford it.
Okay, your books,
Unfair advantage. I was a little bit thing there. I wasn't too sure what to write. Anyway.
This is what makes your books different than others. Why your book? Yeah.
Okay. The background and skill that I have in that field, and I love for writing.
Yes.
To combine what I do know and make it into a product that people will seek out to find that particular.
Yeah, that's good.
The promotion would be online at schools, campsites, libraries.
Good. Okay.
Competition. Children book writers, the industry is so large.
Yeah.
So I don't know where to break down the competition. But anyway, funding, it can be quite expensive, as I've found. Finding editors and agents and publishers and marketing agents.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm bombarded by some of these vanity press people. They're offering me the moon, and I know that from the meeting that I had first. I'm scared of them.
Right.
Movies, someone want me to go on radio interviews. Some people want me to let them make over the book and all. Anyway.
They're trying to make money off of you rather than anything.
Exactly. And I've already been stung once, so I'm petrified. There must be somebody out there who can help me, but I don't know. So the funding can be quite expensive.
Have you looked at self-publishing? Have you gone down that path?
I've seen it, and people keep promoting it because I'm so unskilled technologically. I am petrified, but it seems like that's an area that you could go into, but I don't know how to.
Okay.
to get into that without, you know.
All right.
Financial projection. I want to make some money, but
Right. Yeah.
to cover what the product that
And you know from experience, if you keep more rights to it, then you have a better chance of making more money, unless they're just, you know, really selling the heck out of it, which they're probably not, right? I mean, they're not out there selling so much that it's worth them keeping so much of the royalty, right? Right. Okay.
So that's basically writing books that are attractive, informative, attention-getting, and competitive in the market.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. No, I think so. I think you keep marketing the book you have, but if you write another book and you're able to keep a little more control of that, that might help you get more revenue that way. But we got to navigate the waters of maybe having somebody help you with that self-publishing piece, so you don't have to do that all by yourself.
Right. Because I would do it probably because I'm so unskilled. So
yeah,
you know,
right.
Find someone to help me in the, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Right. And that's possible for sure. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. All right, Sue, how about you?
Oh, it's a lot.
Okay.
All right, let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing, I guess, that is getting kids as well as adults off of electronic devices and getting children mostly outdoors and, you know, learning and getting in touch with our true nature, which is
right.
And I think the customer base would pretty much be anywhere from 3 to 80 years old, because everyone nowadays are getting into the same habits and straying away from, because I believe that the problem is sitting, and our mind actually needs stimulation, I believe. And technology stimulation is good, but not as good for us as getting out there and, you know, seeing how, touching the animals, the plants, and getting those things in. So I think it would be like somewhat of a refuge and re-energizing kind of thing, mentally and physically. And starting as a community base and somewhat like, I guess what you were saying, that for profit kind of like is an advantage, and in attracting and bringing people.
It depends on who you want to serve. I think you're right. I mean, 8 to 80 or 3 to 80, whatever. I mean, that's a really big group. I mean, that's true, but for you to be successful starting out, you need to kind of focus in on a certain group, right? And then if you decide, hey, are these people who can afford to pay to do this? There's plenty of those customers. You don't need thousands of people to come do this. You need dozens to start, maybe, right? And then hundreds, and then you can grow from there. But and so the challenge, sometimes you pitch an idea like this to people and they say, I know all these underprivileged kids who need this. Well, then you got to go find the money to have somebody else pay for it, right? And then you need to be a nonprofit. But if that's not the target group you're going after, if you're saying, no, there's a lot of people that, a lot of parents whose kids, they can afford to pay for them to go to a camp, then you don't need to be a nonprofit for that. You can be a for-profit.
Sure. And the way I was thinking as well too, there are, assisted living places that need somewhere to take their older seniors and things like that. So
right. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. So just depends on really kind of who you really want to focus in on the target there. That might help you decide if it needs to be for-profit or not.
Yeah. And I guess basically Facebook mailing are, the platforms. I would start with the advertising.
Okay.
And I think my main thing is that I'm not sure. I don't know anything about farming, most of all. So I guess something about education that I have to go and get, and volunteer in some of the places that would need help.
Right.
Summer
Yeah.
to learn and see
Right.
what's going on.
What was your unfair advantage?
I guess that would be experience is my well,
sure.
actually for that is the fact that most other farms, they start out, you started out for main thing that you're gonna try and sell those plants and whatever it is that you're starting out, but that wouldn't really be my main focus.
Right.
Because there is a growing thing out there for a lot of people who they are doing organic plants, but they are selling them.
Yes, right.
They're just selling them and they're marketing them all over marketplace, and people need them and people try and buy them. But what about the people who are not in a position to, buy those organic things and put them in their backyard? They live in a condo or
right.
that it's not so.
Yeah. So the farm itself can produce some stuff that's beneficial as well, like you're saying, the product from the farm.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Okay.
So I did a lot of research.
Yeah. I mean, you're just getting started. So this just helps you kind of see where the gaps are and what you need to focus on and research. So
yeah, as far as the course and everything else, that's a lot of research.
Yeah.
I assume it's a lot of money, but it's a lot of research that needs to be made.
Yeah.
I guess in a business like this, you can't really expect any profit until after 3 to 4 years. I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah, right. Probably, right. I mean, but you have you're investing in something that, it's real estate, and real estate that's never a bad investment typically if you're. Yeah. And so that's a good thing. You're not buying a building that's gonna sink you. I mean, the property will maintain some value, and you can always get that back. So that's good. Yeah, good. All right. Well, good start on that. Way to go, Phyllis. Phyllis, you're on mute. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey. How did you do?
I did what I could, but I'm just gonna say this: I do a lot of one-of-a-kind stuff. As far as my tote bags and my T-shirts are concerned, people buy them; they're not gonna see them anywhere else.
Right. Okay. That's so. The problem you're solving is people have too many of the same options. There are people that want unique pieces to kind of stand out. So you help solve that problem.
Yes, I do. Plus, I add on some of my tote bags. I put jewelry on. They might have a keychain or something, to go along. Some of them I even made masks to go with them. And I kind of sold those right off the bat. My friends bought them.
Okay, good.
So, I don't have a problem with getting out there, getting my product out there, because I'm always around a lot of people.
Where do you sell them?
I sell them my church members. I'm an avid bowler. I do flea markets. I do craft shows.
Okay. All right.
Things I set stands up at those, and I do pretty good.
Okay. Good. Excellent. So you're selling most of them in person. You're selling them in person.
Yeah.
Do you have anything online?
Not as of yet. My daughter's supposed to be helping me to do that.
Okay.
So as soon as I get my product situated as to what I want to put out on the online, she's gonna for me.
Okay. Good. Excellent. So how long have you been doing this?
I really just started getting into it since the beginning of the pandemic, to really try to make enough products that I could show people.
Yeah, right.
But before that, I did it here and there.
Yeah.
And to flea markets. I did a lot of flea markets and I did a lot of craft shows.
All right.
So I took them there to do,
Right.
to sell them, and I did pretty good.
Good. Okay. So you're the only one making them, though, right? You have to keep up with the demand.
Yes,
So,
with demands, yes.
so have you been able to raise your price so that you're not just selling these off like crazy and you have no product?
My price, I think it's all right.
Okay.
I didn't want it too pricey where people would look at it and say, nah, that's too much.
Yeah.
I try to make it, give it a price where it's not really expensive, but it's expensive.
Right. Right. Yeah. So it's sounds like it's priced fair, and it's worthwhile for you too. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, very good. Good. So you're out there doing it. Do you want to do more of this? I mean, is this something you want to do more of? Do you have time to keep doing more of it?
Yeah, I have time. I'm retired. I have nothing else to do.
Oh, perfect. I didn't know if the pandemic had just freed up you time, but that's good. You got to focus on it and get it going. So good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if you get your website, you can sell a few more that way. People can find stuff and tell their friends about it, and they don't have to wait for the next event to meet you. They could buy it online and get it shipped to them.
Okay.
Yeah, good. All right, well, good. Well, you guys all did good. I'm really encouraged as you went through this. Was this helpful for you guys? I mean, it forces you to kind of think a little bit more, right? It kind of says, but it's not meant to be overwhelming. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got too many details to sort out here.
It was very, very informative.
Okay. All right.
It
is.
Good. Well, Hannah, my encouragement to you is find a way to get that next book done differently than you did the first one, right? We got to do that so you can keep getting more books out there affordably, and you get to keep the money, not give it to somebody else. Marusha, I want you to have more confidence in yourself that you have something worth selling, that people are worth paying for. And even though you wouldn't maybe pay for it, other people will, because like Phyllis, right? She's got people who want one of a kinds also. And so there's a lot of people out there that like that unique thing. They like to be the only one who has that item. And they stand out. It adds to their credibility and their own value, self-worth in many ways. And so parents like that for their kids too. Like, hey, your kid looks so cute. Where'd you get that shirt? Oh yeah, that's just something I picked up, they'll pay for that stuff because their kids get noticed, they get attention, all of that. Sue, I'm so proud of you pushing into this area that is your passion, and excited to help keep working with you and encouraging you as you keep planning through this process. So
thank you.
Very good. Yes, like I said, lots of classes, keep taking them. I'll send out notes from this one so you guys have this as well, and I invite you to keep taking classes with us, and I'll keep encouraging you and helping you and connecting you with resources to help you be successful best I can.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Wonderful. I think you today in the afternoon.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Are you going to send us that PDF through the email or email?
Yes, I will. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank
you. Got it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Very good.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.